What happened with Funky House?
What happened with Funky House?
Yeah, let's talk about the pendulum with that.
This is my opinion about what happened.
Okay, can we, before I even just tee it up like that, yeah, because obviously I have to always remember that not everyone always knows what is being discussed, yeah.
Yeah, go yo.
Funky House had a few years where it was
dominance.
What? To absolute bits. I hope there's not the next people. Yeah. Like, Funky had, oh my God, bro, the clubs on absolute smash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I got certain memories of like being in Eros.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying? Master Steps on deck. Yeah? Even though obviously Master Steps has plays all different types of stuff, but I just remember this one particular night, Master Steps on deck, playing tune like Curing the Cause and that. What? Doom.
Doom, 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 doom. Hey,
what?
That's my favorite Funky House tune at the time.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that invented the whole scene.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God.
That was the song that everyone loved. That was the song the DJ waited halfway, 70% into his set before he played it.
Wait, I think I've got it. Yeah.
You're in the cause of my. Ooh, ooh.
Listen, bro.
What?
Let me see if I can.
What are you looking for? Callum.
No, some guy did a drill track.
You did a drill track?
No, I said some guy did it. I think it's a bit shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
I can't even find it. But yeah, anyway, I just got memories of that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, Funky was and even before that, I'll never forget when you played me Devil in a Blue Dress, the instrumental.
Oh yeah, you was one of my 5 people.
Yes, bro.
Bomba Cleanty.
Devil in the Blue. Huh?
One of the 5.
Yes, brother, you said you didn't like Party Hard. Bomba, I'm remembering now. Bro, that was a heartbreaking day, actually. I'm telling you.
Chuckie said he didn't love
Yep.
Did I?
They all 5 of them. All 5 of them.
Did
Chuckie
I?
wasn't as harsh. Chuckie was like,
Oh, but none of them raised.
nah.
I'll never forget this. I remember hearing it in Boulevard in Ealing.
Yes.
And I was like, what the who? Like, who?
Let me tell you something about that song, yeah?
That's aged
I'm sure I've got the
so well,
instrumental
that
to
track.
this.
I loved DJ Gregory's Traffic
Yeah.
record, yeah? And I wanted to make a song that made me feel like that.
Okay.
When I produced Devil in a Blue Dress, yeah, I made the drums. This is before the bass line or anything. When I made the drums, I probably paused for like half an hour and was like, did I just do this? Like, sometimes I make rhythms, yeah, and I don't believe I did it. I'm like, spirit took over me with that rhythm.
Jesus.
This tune took 6 months to make. The drums came first,
Yeah.
then the bass line, then the verse, and then the chorus.
I'm sure I got the instrumental though. I can't see if I can find it. But yeah, go on. I'm listening.
But yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say.
Bro, what the fuck happened to it though? Because like what? Like,
This
I've
is
never
my-
seen something come and die
right.
so rapid, bruv.
This is my opinion of what happened with Funky, right? When Funky came, the first wave, right? And you got to big up like Pioneer,
Honorable shout out to Pioneer. That's my
Super
guy, by the
D,
way.
Kismet, Marcus Nasty,
Honorable
MA1,
shout out to Marcus. I want to chat with Marcus.
Tipper.
Actually, so.
Oh yeah, bring me on that one, yeah?
Yeah.
So, when they were playing the records originally,
Yeah.
it wasn't Funky House, bruv. They were
What was
playing electro records, Body Groove. They were playing like deep house records like Curing the Cause. They
Yeah.
were playing like tribal house records like Traffic from Gregory, and they were playing it all in one set.
Okay.
Right? So that was the first wave. But that first wave was not full of UK producers and artists.
Okay.
It was just full of UK DJs playing music from all over the world in one set. And then a lot of DJs, house DJs, were looking down on them because they were like, you can't play electro with I love days like this. You can't really do that. But we didn't care. We just knew that boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Let's just. Oh, bro, why'd you stop it?
Oh wait, I thought you meant to stop, bro. This wasn't a popular one though. That wasn't a popular.
No, this is a big tune. This is a big tune.
But do you know it was a big tune though?
Hey,
See it there? Soul Fever. Yeah, all of that.
So, and that was a part of the first wave, yeah? But that, even the producer for that, this is the second wave, right?
This is the second wave?
Yeah. So that
Oh, yeah, because this wasn't a Cure and a Core.
yeah. So that song was produced by another producer in another country, and Stilo is a UK artist that used to be in a group. Can't remember what the group was called, right? But big up Stilo.
The last song I
Bad
played,
boy.
by the way, was Soul Fever.
Yeah,
And
Soul Fever, yeah.
the one that you just heard a snippet of,
It's called Gallium. Not Gallium.
Apple, I've got it under.
Yeah, no, it's Apple. Seagalizer or something like that. Right. So then what happened was, I'm raving. Let me tell you from my point of view. I'm raving to these songs, yeah, and I'm like, I need to make music that makes me feel like this.
Okay.
So then I made
Oh, yeah.
first, and then when
That
I
was
heard,
the more singy kind of.
yeah, because that's like more Cure and the Cause vibes.
Yeah.
Then I'm hearing these songs you're playing now, yeah. And KTB was in the first wave too. People don't even know
remember
that.
yeah, I
Bruv,
remember that.
people don't even
Yeah,
know.
KTB was in the first.
KTB
You know
can
what?
say she. See when people tell me.
Well, that was how she
let me say
connected
no,
with Genius,
and
right?
I need to say something.
Go on.
See how everyone goes, oh, D, you're the king of Funky House. You invented. No, Stilo and KTB and NG have more right to
NG.
say they invented Funky House.
This had KTB on it.
That's what I'm saying. This was a hit, bruv.
Yeah, that was mad. That's called.
So that was the first wave, right? But in that first wave, there was like one UK producer, which was that song, and 2 UK artists, right? And I can't remember the others. Then the second wave is when me and Crazy Cousins came, because now we're listening. Because what Pioneer and what they're hearing is they're hearing how all of these songs mix together, and then they're putting it in a set, and then we're hearing that cohesively and coming up with our own opinion. And then that's where Devil in the Blue Dress comes out. That's where Bongo Jams comes. That's when
Bongo Jam. Fucking hell.
yeah. So when the second wave came, there was a small handful of producers releasing a lot of music. But when Funky died, right, or died or went away, what I think happened is that the scene was big, the DJs were big, the audience was big, but the British people who were actually making funky, because by the time it died, it was its own sound. There was a small group of us, and you can't sustain you cannot sustain any scene without artists. You need songs to sustain a scene, right? And then you need a massive amount of instrumentalism. Like instrumentalism is key to dance music, and it's actually key to black music, because we like beats.
Yeah.
If a beat is banging, we don't care what a man's saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? And even me and the rate that I put out music, I am not enough to sustain the scene. Flukes from Crazy Cousins, he's not enough to sustain the scene. Apple, but we were all releasing. If there was like 20 producers and maybe like 20 artists, 40 artists, and it had what Garage had, the So Solid, the Pay As You Goes, the Creeds, the Craig Davids, they were knocking out artists and producers left. That's why the scene was a scene.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But with Funky, we had a scene, but we didn't have a massive creative scene, and that's what people didn't understand. Or if you
didn't
name
have a creative scene.
yeah, we only had a small number of producers and artists. A small number. If you name your top 10 Funky House records, I guarantee you're not naming more than 4 producers.
Yeah, do you know what? I think with the Funky House era, I wasn't that well versed with who was producing what.
Exactly.
To be honest with you. To be fair, I had a bunch of tunes that didn't even have the name, like it just had the name of the song or whatnot. So I wasn't really like. All I knew is just that I liked elements of it, but I think now when I think about one of the reasons why I liked Funky House, and maybe even one of the reasons why I liked your production in particular, is because of the African vibe
Essence,
to some
yeah.
of it. You know
but
what I'm saying?
all the funky records that I like the Stilo record, like DJ Gregory Traffic, they all have an African swag to them. DJ Gregory is a French producer who produces with South African. He was producing with South African producers from 10, 20 years ago. He's got some thumpers, bruv. And I think any scene, this is my experience. From what I've seen over the past 20 years, every scene goes up, then it has a peak, and it slowly goes down. The scene will stick around if there's enough people from behind the scenes, producers, singers, maybe managers, rappers, for it to sustain itself. That's why grime sustained, because grime never actually died. It just went really underground.
Yeah, which is fine.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it was still, and then dubstep offshored from grime kind of thing. And then grime reinvented itself away from everyone. And then boom, Stormzy comes out. Boom, Skepta comes out with That's Not Me. Actually, the thing that kicked it all off was JME and it was German Whip.
Yeah, I remember.
Right? Because they were already really, like, German Whip became a hit out of nowhere. I remember the day SBTV premiered German Whip, and the first thing I thought was, I really like this tune. Nothing more, nothing less. Listened to it a couple times. When it blew up, I was like, yeah, that's a bad tune still. But there was enough artists and producers who are the backbone of any scene, because obviously it's music, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was enough producers and artists to sustain it by itself. There was not enough producers and artists to sustain funky. Now, if there's 5 to 6 producers, let's say there's 5 to 6 producers that have popping songs, but only 3 of us were really releasing regular. When it came to artists, me and Princess Naya were the only ones that said we are funky house artists. Everyone else was jumping on funky to get to a next stop, and then they wanted to do something else. No one done that with grime. No one done that with garage.
Well, no, I think sometimes that is why Wiley gets upset, because I think sometimes he feels that people are doing that. Like,
but then you have a Wiley. This is what I'm saying. You have a Wiley to champ. Like, he's so passionate about it. Like, if without the Wileys of the world, no scenes wouldn't be alive. Because when it comes to music, right, I don't need a song to be popular for me to like it. Like, I'm listening to a lot of South African house,
bro, massively. Do you know how much money I spend on? Like, we'll talk about.
Bro, I'm gonna show you my bank account. It's grim. Shay Shay won a BET award. I've never heard of her before, but she's an African artist, and because I'm into it, I go on Spotify, and I start hearing tunes, and I'm just like, oh my days, this is tremendous. But there's a scene that sustains that. Like, I can name you 10 artists and 20, 30 producers that constantly, like Niniola, you know Medusa. Type in Niniola, Niniola, and the song's called Maradona.
Say that again.
Actually, type in Maradona. So have you got Maradona? Yeah, Niniola.
Yeah.
Listen, bruv.
This is the type of shit I love, bro.
Bruv. Let it play, please.
Jules makes a lot of style like this as well.
Right, so before we get on to Jules,
Yeah,
don't get me started with Jules!
I've been buying up Jules' things.
You know I got a release with Jules and Mirror Man Friday.
I know, yeah, I see.
Listen. Let it play, bruv. Hey, wait, let the chorus come in, bruv. Oh, Maradona me. Pull up. Now, if you go on Spotify and type in Niniola, she's got 5 tunes. All are banging just like that.
I'm in, by the way.
Albums.
I'm going to buy that right now.
Albums. This woman's got. Albums, bruv. Yeah, I'm a fan of Niniola. Massive fan. So much so, followed her. I speak to her. I'm trying to find a way to... I'm just a fan.
Where are you going with this, though?
What I'm trying to say is that there is artists and producers that consistently make the music, and there's an abundance of them, so the scene can thrive. that music has been popping for years. Kawato and all of that.
Yeah, of course.
For years. But because there's been artists consistently making it, then it slowly creeped out of its country and it went into other countries, and then people in other countries started liking it. So say like it's where I'm going with this. So I've played Uniola now, yeah? When you go back now to her catalogue, you're not going to hear one song from her. You're not going to hear 2 songs from her. You're going to hear albums on albums of music. Now you identify with the artist. You look at the artist and go, this is what they do. Same thing with how you feel about Fredo. You know what you want from him and you know what he gives you. So when they do that consistently, that helps build a scene. Funky didn't have that. Me and Princess were the only 2 artists. I put out a whole Funky album. Princess put out a whole Funky album EP, right? We were the only 2 artists that were like, we are doing Funky. I'm going to release 5-6 Funky House tunes in a row before I even release another genre of music. Every other artist was jumping on, hoping to go somewhere else.
Where were they hoping to go? I felt like maybe some of the DJs was just hoping to just go worldwide with it and travel, like be like, you know, them electronic dance DJs that traveled to.
I think the DJs wanted that, but I think the artists that sang on the songs, they wanted to make R&B.
But then the thing is,
yeah, they wanted to make
providing
R&B.
that you have the instrumentalism side of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how many of these DJs from the UK were actually producing the music?
None of them. None of the producers from Funky House.
So that is all the difference. That's the biggest difference. Because I think one of the reasons why you see like a lot of these
funny though,
DJs,
they're producing it now.
Well, it's a
Super
bit
P
late
sent
now.
me a
Well, it's not
ton of
late.
meanies.
It's not late. It's not late. I shouldn't say that. It's not late. But I think that is probably one of the biggest differences is that like I had a moment where I was very intrigued in what was going on in like the techno and house world and that.
Yes.
And I even worked with a company for a little while.
I remember that.
Yeah,
we were both going through the same thing.
Yeah.
We were both trying to explore that world.
Yeah. That was an interesting time. So I worked for a company called Lock and Load. And Lock and Load do a festival called SW4.
Yes.
And so like I was there. I learned a lot, man. And it was an interesting time in life still actually. But when I was there, one thing that they were making me do was sit and have conversations. They didn't know nothing about what I do. They didn't know nothing about I just kept it very vague. I told them my objectives, why I was here and whatever, but I didn't tell them anything about me, really. And then so what I did was, I think after about a few months of me being there, leading up to one of the festivals, they were like, look, can you do a phone call with this particular DJ and have a chat with them or whatever, yeah? But can we see the questions first? At first they asked me if I was comfortable with doing it, and I was like, I don't do that, of course. But they didn't know that, innit? So then I was like, yeah, so I wrote some questions or whatever, and then they approved it, whatnot. Then I've gone into a private room and I'm sitting and I'm having a conversation with, I think the first one I did was with a DJ called Digweed, yeah? It was like a really legendary house DJ. And now the questions I've got, thrown them out of the window. I've got questions I want to ask because I'm really intrigued in what's going on here.
Yeah.
Flung that out the window.
Yeah,
I'm doing my thing now.
Yeah.
So anyway, we sat and we had a wicked conversation, yeah? I had to type it out and shit. But anyway, when they listened back to the conversation, it was like, oh, okay, here's this, book that. So now I'm talking to all of these fucking massive DJs or whatever, yeah? But obviously,
Chuckie.
yeah, I did that for months, bro. Leading up to the promotion of that particular festival, yeah. But they were all passionate more so about producing than DJing. It was more like, you know what? Like I'm making the music, and what comes with making the music is me DJing.
DJing is live. Yep. There you go. Funky didn't have that. Funky had the DJs first. They didn't know how to produce, and then it had a few producers that really, like even garage. Like
some should
a
have
lot of garage.
Some should have had the foresight to get a ghost producer. Some should have had the foresight to do that.
DJ Khaled weren't murking like that back in the day, bro.
Yeah, but still, I think some of them house DJs were doing that back then, bro.
They were, but if you've got nobody
And still now.
You know what, right? When we were doing our thing, and this is regular for like black culture and especially the black music industry, yeah. The powers that be don't go, oh, that person's a genius, you know. Let me step in and nurture them. they go, that person's a genius. I'll wait until it flourishes and
Yeah.
I'll exploit it. Whereas with other cultures, right, they don't do that. They'll see an artist, see that she or he is tremendous, and from potential, they'll offer them. I know artists that have got publishing companies just from potential. Not black ones. So we were never, and like there were people trying to step into funky and step over us. You can't step over us. Do you know why? Because the ravers, they don't know who you lot are. They know who we are. So you're here trying to sell funky house to something. You're trying to sell our thing to other people. But what you're not understanding is we come with an audience already. We already call it something. But none of them came and said, you know what? I can see potential here. Let me guide you. Because I've been in those rooms when they look at other, and they do it to other cultures. They do it. But for us, they didn't do it then. And then we had to learn from watching each other and bettering. So grime learned from garage, like funky learned from grime, rap learned from funky. Like we all were learning.
Funky learned from grime.
Of course, because funky came just as grime was dipping.
Yeah, but I don't think funky learned from grime.
Definitely, because I made grime. Remember, I'm a grime producer
I know
first.
I know that.
So like when I made African Warrior, the first thing that all the DJs said to me, all the DJs did not want to play the record. But the way I used to market my tunes, I'd give it to the audience and the DJs. So if you didn't want to play it, the audience would run up and say, yo, have you got that new Deneo song?
Yeah.
Right? What was I saying? I hate when this happens.
Yeah, just talking about.
What did I say before?
We were talking about it coming from learning from grime.
Yes, right. So boom. So when I made African Warrior, one DJ said to me, D, this just sounds like grime, and like you're just gonna split the scene up, man.
African Warrior.
Yeah, they were like do more Devil in the Blue Dresses and like African Warrior wouldn't exist without grime. Devil in a Blue Dress would not exist without grime. And all of how I sold music in grime, I put all of that effort into funky.
Yeah. It's interesting to hear you say this, bro, because when I listen to this, I don't feel. And do you know why I say this? Because I feel that like, and maybe this is one of the reasons why I like certain elements of. I like funky anyway, but one of the elements of funky that I proper liked was the elements that made you feel like you wanted to MC over it.
Yes.
So like when Genius made this.
Oh, bum 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 bum. Yes,
Let me go
bro.
to the thing.
Move to the
This
gal.
is-
This is why I move to the gal too. Walk in the venue. Gal looking like hawks in the venue. Move swift like 10 shoes. Spend money on a gal, no can do. Left, right, marching. Straight to the bar and I'm asking. Vodka, Red Bull, Ginger Beer, Central. You know what I'm saying? Are you stupid?
That there, when you say that from in that context,
Yeah.
I'm like, I hear why you would say that.
Exactly.
It's like it learnt from grime, but I feel like that was only a small part of funky. And so anyway, when I'm listening to African Warrior, I don't hear that as such. Yeah. But wait. I don't hear that. To me, now I hear more of like, I feel more garage. And the reason why I say learn off garage is because to me, I'm like, I go to more, if there's not vocals on that rhythm, there's someone just hosting over the rhythm.
Do you want to hear something funny?
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
when I
do
say
you know
that?
why I made African Warrior?
Go on.
Because Wookie was really rude to me. And in my head, I was like, you know what, bruv? I said to him, you know what? Me and Wookie are friends, but in my head, I thought, who do you think you are? Because I've always known how talented I am. I've always known.
Wookie, by the way, is a cold legendary producer. Yeah,
But so am I. Yeah?
Yeah, I hear you. No, I hear that.
So am I, bruv.
yeah.
Yeah?
I hear that loud.
Yeah? So am I. So am I.
Strong.
I'm a maker of scenes. I'm an architect.
Yeah?
Do you understand?
Come on.
So when he spoke to me, because I'm excited. Like, I always show producers mad respect. If I don't let my ego get in the way.
No.
But when you let yours get in the way, I'm like, do you know? Don't take the piss with me, bruv.
Yeah.
So
Don't let me guess you up to say something you want me to take out, by the way. Because I do
No,
get
I want to say
animated.
this. You need
Oh,
to.
okay.
I believe, yeah, at some like that touches my ego. Definitely, it makes me feel good that I'm good at something. But more than that, I need to know that I'm good so I can give value.
Yeah.
So that I know that I can make the right rhythms. Anyway, I called up Wookie now. I want to work with you, Wookie, and he explained to me. That's why I'm not cussing him too much because he explained, and I was like, do you know what? I'm similar. Sometimes I can't explain myself either. He was like, yeah, I heard and I thought, you stepped up your game. But then when I heard Devil in the Blue Dress, I thought, this is whack, man. He's still on the same shit. And I remember I was on the bus and I was so excited to speak to him.
Wait. Devil in the Blue Dress was before I know.
No, I came first.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know that, man.
So I came out and he said, yeah, I like it. Then afterwards he was like, yeah, and I heard Devil in the Blue Dress and I thought,
And then you was on
whack,
the
I'm not
same
really
shit.
on it. So I said, you pussy, yo. You know what, yeah? I'm going to make a tune bigger than fucking Storm. And then I made African Warrior. That's
Okay.
why there's loads of animal sounds in it. Because I'm
okay,
bam,
okay.
yeah. If you listen to the second bass line, yeah, that bass line is aggressive, bruv. When it comes in the second verse. Shouts out to Wookie because we had a convo.
Yeah, honourable shout out to Rookie, by the way.
But-
why do I keep saying Rookie?
Wookie.
Wookie.
Wookie ain't
But yeah, that's
Can't
just
say
a random
that.
story
He's
about
definitely
African
not
Warrior. And it's funny because Wookie made Storm to better 138 track. Because he
Oh,
didn't
did
like
he?
it, he thought the tune was whack.
Yeah.
And he made Storm to do that. So it's funny how
Yeah. I mean, what I will say as well, yeah, is that it is interesting still, though, that with how quickly Funky came and went, yeah, it's mad interesting to me that to this day, you will go and do a show and you will perform to like a super young demographic, yeah, and they will hear the rhythm and it like, even if they don't know it, they just vibe to it.
You know
like
why
strongly.
Because good black music can make you feel so.
But so then
You see me?
So then in my head, I'm just like,
And that's not just funky, bruv.
in my,
No, you're right,
huh?
you're right.
Are you mad? Go to a soca rave.
Yeah, I hear that.
Go to a bashment rave.
No matter where you go and do this, yeah. No matter where you go and do this, it's a vibe. It becomes a thing, and then it's like, yo, what happened to you lot, man? Huh?
Again, like I said, I can't sustain a scene.
By yourself.
Like even now, yeah, even now, funky could easily come back
Yeah.
if a group of kids or old or adults even
Yeah.
just started making new music and just put it up. Like you can put your own songs up on SoundCloud or not SoundCloud, Spotify. Send them to me. If I like it, I'll retweet it. I retweet so much people's musics, like, but you need a group. You need a culture, and we didn't have a creative culture in funky. We had a few people that was putting out a whirl of content.
Is there a teachable moment in that like maybe even like drill could learn from then?
I think they've
Like
learned.
UK drill.
I think funky was the last lesson. I think it was garage, grime, and then funky was the last lesson.
Yeah.
And I think the younger generation took everything and they took the good and the bad from all three genres and then they created all this. I think from funky, what they probably learned is like, my friend always said to me, D, funky died the day you stopped making funky after Move to the Girl Them. If you'd have just carried on making more tunes, people would have listened to your funky. They may not have, like some people, listen to funky just because they just liked my music.
Yeah.
They didn't even like the other tunes. They just liked my music. And I'm sure that there's people that just loved Crazy Cousins funky, or do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'd have just carried on, like, great example, My Circle. My Circle is a new age funky tune. Yeah? That's a new age funky tune. The way that tune just off and went. Like, it was almost like everyone was like, yes, thank you. We've been asking for this for ages, D. Yeah? Like, the rage I was getting, like, finally. And then it also helped that Drake made Do You Mind? He remixed Do You Mind?
Yeah.
And put out One Dance, yeah?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
after that, everyone's looking at me like, what you got? And I had my circle ready to go. I was ready to shoot it, yeah?
Yeah.
And then they put out One Dance. And I just thought to myself,
I wonder how much of the Young Bucks them know about flipping, like, the original of thing.
of Do You Mind, yeah. So so they put out One Dance, yeah? Everybody, the whole country was going mad. Like, my Twitter was going off. And
Was it?
everyone was tweeting me like, see what I'm saying?
Do you know what I've got actually? Yeah, I could imagine actually your phone got. And do you know what? The amount of peas that they made of this, by the way.
Bruv, let me tell you something.
Oh
Let me tell you
my
something.
God.
When that tune came out, for weeks, I was getting tweeted, and mostly all of the tweets they were getting tweeted in. Danae, when are you gonna do something? When are you gonna do something? When are you gonna do
Alright,
something?
so boom.
And I just kind of thought like,
I'm just gonna skim through this so you can see it there, innit?
did you mix that? Are you doing that live?
Nah, I got a transition. They're called transitions. So sometimes some
He's
DJs
a
make
real
them.
DJ, you know. Listen, so they put out that, and I'm me like, unless you have to really disrespect me badly for me to disrespect you. I'm very respectful. I'm very like, I don't like stepping on people's toes. And if I have, you've done something. You've probably stepped on my toes, and I've thought, don't step on my toe. And I've probably told you not to step on your toe. Now I'm gonna break your toe. I don't want to, but I want you to stop stepping on my toe and you're not listening.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But more time I just walk away. But there's been a few broken toes.
I hear that.
So
Yeah.
So when Drake released the remix, I just thought, don't say anything. Let them have this. Don't just jump on it. Like,
You have
celebrate in what their win is. Because I've been in this game for a long time. I've done both. I've done the, I wish I was in that place. And I've done the, just be cool, bruv. Like, your time will come. Celebrate someone else's success. So I did that. Then 3 weeks afterwards, I put out my circle. I couldn't even, my circle, like, it unleashed that whole run. That whole run. The run with Gigs, Wretch 32, all of them hollered me because of that song. And Whole Life, actually.
And
The
Whole
original
Life.
with Scraps.
Real brothers in my circle. Real women in my circle.
Bruv, when I made this song, yeah, because me and Tobes were talking at the time, he asked me to jump on You Know My Style, which is originally, that's my original comeback. And I say, you know me? Nah, you don't know me. My style be the realest, I'm an OG. You know what I'm saying?
I actually want to talk to Big Tobes as well,
Yeah, he's a G.
Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like he was talked about a lot. I feel like people don't talk about him the same, but like
They will.
his music still is levels, and he still delivers,
Bruv.
at a really good standard. And he had like, he's had some fucking, he got shot in his back and sliced in his face and all that type of shit, right? Like,
He's got a
and
story.
then came straight back. Literally just came, bruv. How is a man like? How the fuck? And bro,
Give a man his flowers, bro.
the man got. Someone tried to lick him down, bro, and tried to ruin his handsome face, bruv. And he came back the next week with
That's
a rhythm.
very, very secure of you to say that.
Yeah, of course, bruv. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
But Tobes is going to have another moment because he's weathered the storm.
yeah,
And you know what? You know what a key to success is more than anything is actually weathering the storm. Sometimes it's just not your time. But you got to keep going because there's a small group of people that they'll hold you down. But anyway, I respected it. I didn't put anything out. My circle came out. I only put that song out because Tobes gave me the biggest speech ever. Because I wasn't sure. I was just like, Funky is now good and proper died. Grime is back. Nobody wants to hear all this, right? And then Tobes called me and was like, D, I've been listening to you since secondary school. And I've always wanted to make a funky house tune. I beg, just so that I can say, can you just release that tune? So I just said, I've made a funky house tune with you, yeah? And I'm thinking to myself, right, like, he didn't have to be that honest. That was such a gift.
yeah.
Like, he didn't have to boost me like that.
I
And to be
respect
so
that.
young,
Yeah.
to be so young and secure in himself to say, yo, you're a done daddy in our blood. And I'm just happy to be on the tune.
Yeah.
That's why I still fuck with Tobes now. Tobes can do no wrong in my eyes.
Tobes is proper
Yeah.
still.
So, I put out My Circle. Bruv, My Circle changed everything. And it made me, and my brethren said to me, see, you just should have carried on putting out tunes. It just may not have been the flavour of the month. But if you'd have carried on, I think, so Funky died for two things, maybe.
See, when it died, did you feel like you died?
No, because I've been through it before with Grime and Garage. So I understood that I knew it was coming. And then the thing is as well, like people like Rosca kept it going. Rosca's got a banging career, bro. He's got a label, yeah, with other producers. He carried on. Like Rosca's one. If we're talking about what I'm talking about, like someone who fights for like Funky more than even me, Rosca, bruv.
That's what. Can I just interrupt you quickly? Yeah? I just feel like you're always in a stronger position if you carry on doing what you love, even when it's not the cool thing, because everything has its circle, just the same way like fashion does, innit?
Yes.
But when it comes back around, your feet are firmly planted within it, yeah, and you're fully immersed in it, and you're in a strong position when it does actually, if it does come back around.
Because when I made Move to the Girl, then Funky was done by then.
Yeah.
But that song won. But I wasn't looking at, yo, this song's moving. I'm looking at, my scene, there's nothing there. I ain't got no platform. Not realizing I was the platform. So I think two things killed it off at the time. I think not having enough producers and artists, and when it finally, like the last leg, I stopped making it. But what's kept it going, right? And I'll tell you this, because Funky is still about.
Yeah.
What's kept it going is...
Is it?
Yep. Rosca. Bruv, Rosca's playing in Japan, China. Like, he's got the...
What is he predominantly playing?
All over the world.
No, what is he predominantly playing?
Funky.
He's predominantly playing Funky.
Bruv. Him, Marcus Nasty. Yeah? Super D and Pioneer. Super D...
I know.
Bruv. Super D and Pioneer rebuilt the scene. Rebuilt it.
Super D and Pioneer DJs, by the way.
Yeah, Super D, DJ Pioneer, right? They rebuilt the scene. There's Funky raves now, yeah. 2,000 people, 1,000 people. There's an audience there.
Yeah.
It's just that it's on the underground, which people are not used to nowadays, because we're used to having an underground where things are not seen by the mainstream. They're just seen by the underbelly.
Yeah.
Everything now is mainstream. But there's still an underground world. There's always an underground. Underground is where all scenes start. You need soil to grow a tree.
Yeah, definitely. I think like we know that with fucking. I think Jungle is the prime example of that. Like Jungle has had Jungle is it's a mad one, because it's like, I know that there was a point where no one was talking about Jungle, but let me tell you something. If you ask Nicky Black Market, Skibbity, Shabba, all of these guys, where's your next booking? These men were telling you Colombia, Japan, America, Brazil. They was all over the fucking place, blood. Yeah, bro. By the way, Shy FX has got one of my... I'm a mute, bro. Let me tell you something. See, when it comes to music, bro, we didn't even get into the fucking conversation of being in... Let me tell you something. There was I was going to bring this up. I'll have to do this another day. But I was like, I asked the question, what, if you could be... let me actually ask the people in this. You can leave this in the comments. You can send this to me personally. I worded it a certain way, so let me just go to the nose match thing. Yeah, answer me this right here. Yeah, if you could have been in the studio to watch a session, yeah, or watch the recording process of a session, yeah. So watch like the beat being made or someone vocal in the tune or whatever. What tune would it have been? Like, what tune would it be? Do
you know what's heavy about that question?
But that's a loaded question. Like, we can't do that now.
Do you know what's heavy about that question?
Go on.
I had an album. I listened to another album, and I was like, nah.
I want one song though. I've got a few.
I feel like it'd be easier to pick a project as opposed to a song.
Nah, the reason why...
it
depends. The reason why...
You know what? No. All right, song and album are two different things.
Yeah, the reason why is because sometimes albums take ages to make, months. Depends. It also depends on the type of artist. So it's like with, say for example, if you said like Kendrick to Pimp a Butterfly, I could understand that because I would feel like he would have sat down for a couple of weeks, maybe a bit longer, but there's a big process to that. With others, it's kind of like song here, song there, like it's all bits and pieces. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. So my single choice is different to my album choice. I would have loved to have been in the studio when Tupac made "Picture Me Rolling."
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
That's my favorite song of all time.
Mine from Tupac actually would have been what's it called? What's it fucking called? I listened to this song 100.
What's the bar?
I'm gonna play it to you one sec.
Yo, Mo B, man, drop that.
Hey, this is the one with Janet Jackson in the video. Hey, Jeez. This is on the Me Against the World album, innit?
Yeah.
Hey,
Watch him now.
Paula. Lyrics.
Listen,
Play
yeah.
"Picture Me Rolling," please.
Alright, cool, quickly. But what was I gonna say? Because I wanted to just go back to the fucking.
So the question is, so my song.
Yeah, go on anyway.
Right, so when it comes to songs, "Picture Me Rolling." When it comes to albums, it was original. It's out of 3 albums. It's out of D'Angelo's "Brown Sugar," Biggie's
the
"Ready to
whole
Die."
album?
Yeah, Biggie "Ready to Die," or Snoop Dogg's "Doggy Style." And I listened to "Doggy Style" the other day. Yeah, bruv, "Doggy Style," bruv, that is a masterpiece. And like when I'm listening to these cuts, yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, I want to be here at every song.
Do you know there's a rhythm?
Rolling down
there's
the
a jungle
street,
rhythm.
smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice.
There's a jungle
Laid
rhythm
back.
that I would have liked to have seen just being built. Jungle rhythm.
Oh, there's one tune that Shy made. I wish I was there.
Just bear with Shy.
Bruv, there's a tune.
Wait, let me just go to the drop, bro. You know that, yeah? Wait.
There's one tune, yeah.
Wait, one sec. Turn me up.
Batman, come like a dark ninja, Gotham City, the savior. Enemy, them called the Joker, partner in crime, just be the Riddler. Riddle me this, who did the murder? Two-Face, bigger dark contender. I'm with a bit of dark and dender. Pringle, one pop, can't stop that single. Number 1 in 10 top, I'm idle. Ghost from the Nintendo, from the Goldilocks to that rumple. TikTok skills, King Royal Rumble. Man, drop me, the man might fumble. Oh my gosh, oh my god, they gumble. You're so gullible. Bro, those were my first ever lyrics.
Reload it.
Those were my first ever lyrics, bro.
Reload.
Do you know I get itches? I get itches to write jungle lyrics again.
Okay.
But I don't. There's a song, yeah, that Shy remixed, yeah, and it goes doom 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 doom. Doom 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 ding ding bing bing bing.
Side Effect's one of the coldest producers, trust me. Like he's such a cold producer. Another one as well.
Let me get it one sec.
And the reason why that is just because of that. Right. When Kane said,
Let me get it one sec.
I need to have been in the studio where he actually just did it, bro. Do you know what this is?
Let me get it one sec.
No.
Let me get it one take.
Wait, you don't know what they're doing on the track?
Let me get it one sec.
Oh, big tune. It's a big tune.
No, I need
Big
to be in the
tune.
studio. I needed to be in the studio when he did that. I needed to be in the studio even if he didn't do it, just billing it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I watched his documentary that he did last year, of his last album, and I don't know whether he was pitching the song to Popcorn, yeah, but he was like giving him the lyrics and that. Popcorn was just standing there, just smoking a little spliff, just listening to the thing, whatnot. I just love that. Like, do you know what it is? Yeah, those little things to me are is a big deal. Like, I love seeing the process of that.
Yeah.
Like, and
you felt like that process was in that intro.
yes, I feel like it was in that, and so like I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I like having conversations with artists, and I like speaking a little bit about like just from a deeper level about what it is that they're doing. And that. But yeah, don't know. Listen, man, today was good, bro. Seriously,
banging,
I really
banging.
enjoyed that conversation, bro. Like, really good.
You know what? I'm gonna find this song and play it to you even after we do this because this tune is fucking tremendous.
Do you not want to do as well? And see with the African house thing, by the way.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm buying a lot of songs that sound a lot like this.
Yep.
Hold on, one sec. I'm buying a lot of music like this, bro. If you follow me on the gram, you know occasionally, I'll just be playing music and that. But sometimes when I get in my fucking vibe, bro, I'll just be recording myself, just mixing and just running rhythms, bruv. Man will send you some music. Hey, come me do a fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Send me some, I'll send you some. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm on that. I'm on that. Dum 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 dum.
This is one of my favourites as
Dum
well.
dum dum. This is why I made Devil in the Blue Dress.
Huh?
This is why I made Devil in the Blue Dress.
This is why.
Yeah.
Because of that type of vibe.
Yeah, that exact song is why I made the beat for Devil in the Blue Dress.
African Horn.
No, is that DJ Gregory?
Nah, it's Harry Romero.
Play that. Let me hear. Oh, Liberties. Liberties. Okay. Yeah, that's a mad take
I
still.
think I know what track you want about.
Wait, Az, what's the name of that Shy Effects song? Yeah.
Huh?
It goes dum 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 dum. Boom boom boom. Hey.
Bad. Yeah, I'm buying a lot of that. I'm just spending a lot of money. I'm spending not a lot of money, but I'm spending a good amount of money on music still. Yeah, man. Thanks for listening, everyone. By the way. Oh no, wait, hold on.
One more tune.
One more. Okay.
One more.
There's a thing that we do before we leave. Yeah, but
This is if you're a Shy Effects fan, you know what time it is with this one. That's what I'm saying.
Let me just make sure there's no advert in this. Well, there isn't. Yeah, there's one thing that we do at the end. I'll tell you after this, bro. I don't know this rhythm.
You might fall in love with jungle again after this. Wait. Start again. No, you can't do that, bro.
Wait.
Start again.
Can I give you a little lesson as well? You might know this already, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a bit, actually.
Wait. So what? Backward, grind down, backward, 4-5 bands in the backward. That's how I'd rap the jungle now. Kick cat, backward, 4-5 bands in the backward. 4 tight mans in the antwood. 4-5 in the backward. I've got Taser and 1-5 with a kick back and a jan good. B4s and a band bass, back 4 with a band good. Tick tick bangs and off and all C's on back phase with a gang good. Two's law, baby vibes and a more phase acts in the hand book. Got it 8 days, 8 1 racks, more flays, NATO track. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would rap over jungle now.
Reload it! Bro, in that,
Yeah.
and what Jungle used a lot, yeah, was something called the almond break.
The Amen break.
Amen break. I'm gonna play it now.
Are you gonna play the original and then play the
Amen break, yeah. I came across this years ago and I was like, what?
That's in nearly every jungle tune.
Bro, nearly every one of them.
But that sample, that one there, is called the Apache sample. There's a song called Apache, and that's also another break that's used a lot.
There's a documentary about it as well. Sure,
What, that Apache song?
No, the Amen break.
Okay, yeah. But the problem is, like, the Amen break, they allowed them to sample this, but the Apache break...
And then basically loads of producers just like change the, like, they just speed it up, you know what I mean? Obviously fling shits on it and whatever, and it sounds, yeah, man. And what are these are the two brothers, yeah?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, it's got it sped up on where? That's jungle.
That's Public Enemy now.
Yeah, that is, yeah. For real. See it there?
Yeah, we went from Shy Effects to Public Enemy off of one loop, bruv. One sample. All right, so what's that thing you do right
Yeah,
here?
so boom. Like, what is the one thing that people need to know about, like, or see. So it can be an Instagram post, it could be a tune, it could be a fucking sock, it could be a tweet, it could be anything. What is one thing people need to know about or need to see right now?
Why though? Why do they need to see it?
I just do that now at the end of every episode.
Is it?
Yeah. Do you know what I'll say? Mine's gonna be a tune today. Actually, I'm gonna give you a tune today. It's not even that new, but you should listen to it anyway. It's a guy called Rags Original, and the song's called Jennifer. And the reason why I'm saying that today is because I came across the song just randomly. I think through Julie Adanuga. She like posted something of her singing a song or whatnot, and I was like, right, who's that? And then she posted who it was. I went on Spotify, started listening to a couple tunes or whatever, and then when I was saying to myself, right, should GRM have an R&B category and like who would be in there? I was thinking about all of these artists like Mahalia, Etta Bond, Sinead Harnett, Georgia Smith, whoever, even battling with like Angel, even though I don't think he had anything out. But and then I just thought, even though it was too early for him to be in there, like that was just a song that I was vibing a lot to, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, people just go and listen to that, innit? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But Rags Original is called
Rags Original,
yeah. It's called,
Send it to me.
It's called Jennifer.
Send it to me.
Yeah.
This is what I think everyone should think about or watch. See.
Yeah.
New Girl.
What's that?
It's a sitcom, and it's like about about 5 people, 3 guys, 2 girls. Well, actually, it's really about 6, and they live in this loft. And I used to watch it here and there, and then on lockdown, I started watching it, and I was like, this actually might be my favorite, because my favorites are Breaking Bad, Friends, Desmond's. And Breaking Bad was number 1.
Breaking Bad's hard.
But New Girl might be number 1 above Friends for me now.
Okay.
I can't believe how good the writing is, and how like all of the actors, they grew into their characters really early. It wasn't like you had to wait for, like, you know who Schmidt is, you know his character from episode 3 season 1. You know Winston's character, you know Nick's character, Jess's character, Cece's character, even Coach. You just know who they like. The whole thing was genius, bruv. The whole thing was genius. I've binge watched that, and I'll binge watch it again.
Oh, sick.
So I think everyone needs to go on Netflix and look at New Girl.
Callum?
It's not a new track. It's Blessings remix by Angel, French Montana, and Davido.
Okay. Oh, big tune. That's kind of new.
It is kind of new.
It
came out.
but it's not like it's not.
Have you heard Angel's Maria?
Yeah, it's alright still.
What? I think Angel can't really do no wrong for me musically.
Angel is unbelievably talented. He's unbelievably talented. I think there's definitely conversations to be had, but those conversations, I'd rather have them conversations with him.
Yes,
to get me.
I definitely
on the checkup. I think that's the checkup. I think Angel is.
The thing is, though, I was on the live with Chuckie with Angel the other day.
So I watched that.
Yeah, and he mentioned
Angel's hard, bro.
He mentioned you because like I can't remember what we were talking about, because I said no one gives Craig David his flowers, and he's probably the king of R&B, right? And then Angel like came back and he said a few things, and then when we did, then that's how the live came about, because Angel's one of those people I can have those type of conversations with. Do you get what I'm saying? And then while we were talking, he was like, "Why don't we just do this live?" So we did the live. And then he was like, "We need to have that king of R&B conversation with Chuckie."
The king of R&B, what, here or in life, like in general?
No, like here.
No, I mean,
or
like
just the conversation about R&B and who
what,
the king
from
of,
the UK perspective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
like,
do you know what though?
King of R&B.
No, like, not just king, just the whole scope of the conversation.
What,
there's a massive conversation to have.
What I will say is though,
Misha Paris,
you're right, but
Omar,
but I think it would be good to have that conversation with. Do you know what I think would be good in my mind? Yeah, a good thing for me would be to have a good conversation, an open and honest conversation with Angel. Yeah,
yeah,
and then after that, have that conversation afterwards. I don't think you can have a conversation about UK R&B and deep dive into like careers and stuff like that without like having that the honesty.
Do you know
in
what? You're
certain
right,
things.
because I've already had this
And
conversation.
so I could
with
do
Angel.
that. I could do that without him being here.
Yeah.
But
No,
if
no,
he's
you need
here,
Angel. Let me tell you something.
No, wait.
You see
Let
Angel
me,
as
let me
progression.
explain. I think the best person to actually have that conversation with is Casa.
Yes. Yeah.
In my
Oh,
opinion.
wait. What?
Progression is a producer, whatever. Yeah, I feel like he's the best person to have that conversation.
No, both of them, both of them.
I've already spoke to him before about coming here, or whatever. But I just think that like sometimes it means that you gotta like talk and discuss about like individual, just not just moments, but individuals' highs and lows and stuff like that. And I think that like it would be interesting to hear Angel talk about some of these things, because he's had some good ups and he's had some very big lows as well. And like,
And he's had some
but he's
tremendous
still,
comebacks.
this is it. But he's
be
still
getting money
wait,
on the low.
let me just say. But he's still here. He's still here.
He's
Still here, and he's still, you know, turning around and like, bro. One of my let me tell you something, yeah.
He's my favorite. He's got one of my favorite R&B tunes of all time. How can I lose my winner? She's winning. Oh, hey, when I heard that beat, yeah, I could not believe a man made a song
I
like this.
could never get tired of this. I could never get tired of this.
Can't wait until we reach the top. I wanna take
Tremendous
I
tune.
can't. But then you know what? You go back to some of his older stuff, yeah, and
Bro, type in winner. Gone.
this is where we're gonna go.
Aye.
Some of his other stuff that didn't get released though. It's just
What?
Oh yeah, the thing with Shaka, but secrets.
He done a tune with Shaka.
Yeah. Do you know this?
No.
baby girl.
Bruv, you gotta play winners, please, man. You can't be playing your rhythms and not mine.
Wait. But the
See
Shaka
how
one,
biased this is.
the Shaka one, yeah, has Shaka at the end of it, and
Okay.
you ain't heard this.
Nah.
Oh, you're gonna learn today. Oh, you're gonna learn something today, huh?
Thank you.
Quickly. So this is the Nah, this is old. I feel like they should re-release this, to be honest with you, and just jazz it up.
I just think me and Shaka and Angel should make a tune.
that would be amazing.
Hey.
And it changes. Wait, one sec. Shaka bodies this. What's Shaka now? Hold on, it's coming.
I'm okay with this.
Watch him now. Portobello Road. Carnival loud. Bare gal. No sexual assault. Everyone's just behaving themselves. What's up? What's Shaka now? Bro, don't play with them, man.
That's
bro.
a tune. That's shutting down Carnival, you know.
That there, yeah, for sure.
Then don't wake up. What? Bruv, you know what? Just before you go,
Shaka is the.
do you remember
bro.
Shaka's performance at the Mobos? Do you know how banging
Is that the one where you had the guy with the guitar?
Bruv, Shaka's performance is right at the end.
Yeah, I remember
Nobody
watching
talks
that.
about.
Yeah.
Bruv, his
Bros.
performance was legendary.
I always advise, yeah, go to a Shaka show. Like, go to a show, bro. Like, he's got a fan base that, like...
Play
it's
winner,
fucking-
nigga, shit.
What is it? What song?
Winner, Angel.
What album is that from?
Wow. I don't know where that burp came from. I haven't even eaten today. Pardon me, sorry. Pardon.
Winner, Angel. It's not... That's not,
Winner. How can I lose?
it's not on Spotify.
What? No.
And I don't know if I have that.
Nonsense. That is
Nonsense.
That is nonsense. Hold on. We're not leaving without playing.
Do you know what, actually? I'm taking... Oh, nah, fuck it. I'll do it another day.
What's that?
I was going to say I'm taking back my song, but I won't. But what I would advise, yeah, is that like go on Spotify, yeah, and actually just skim through Angel's catalog. Skim through Angel's catalog. And I really wanna go through some of this stuff with him because I was with him. A lot of this I was with him. A lot
How
of
Can
the
I
newer
Lose? That's
stuff
what
I
it's
wasn't-
called. It's called How Can I Lose?
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, play that one. Right, Angel and Steph London.
That's had Chip on it as well.
How can I lose?
Shit, I
What
forgot
a
about this.
tune! Play that. That's a rhythm. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
But I was his DJ these times. I see him in
What's
the
the
studio
verse,
killing these rhythms.
bruv? What's the verse? Please. What's the verse? Stop. Back. Losing my baby, crazy. Woo! So driver, speed up, cause it's the red light and I'm going over. What? Are you stupid? I need to see that song live.
Come on.